Hello everybody, this is Shady here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Final Fantasy series, one of my favorite series of all time, and I thought I will do my definitive ranking of the series. And obviously this part right now, this is going to serve as the introduction to that, where I'll just explain everything, the games that will be included and whatnot. So obviously we're going to be talking about 30 games altogether. So yeah, this isn't just going to be the numbered games, but also all of the side games and other things I've played. And obviously, it's not going to include everything because obviously I've not played every game. Some of the notable exceptions will be Final Fantasy 11 because I've just unfortunately not got around to ever playing that. Obviously, I don't think we were able to get PS2s online back in the day in Europe. And obviously, I never really was a PC gamer back in the day. It is still available on Steam even after like 20 years, so I probably will get back to it at some point, or I will get to it, hopefully. But yeah, so that won't be on the list. The Crystal Chronicle series won't be there either because I've just never got into them. I do have the Crystal Bearer on the Wii, and I do plan to pick up some of the other ones. I think there's like 4 games or something in this collection. There's obviously the GameCube one, a couple of DS ones, some Wii releases, which I think are just ports or something. And there's a few just not available on WiiWare. There was like 2 or 3 My Life as a King, I believe there were. So yeah, unfortunately I can't do the full amount of them, but yeah, they won't be in there. Obviously a lot of the mobile games won't be there, mainly because most of them are just kind of like these cash grabs that, you know, Square Enix just put out there, and they typically lose support after a year or two, like the First Soldier and, you know, other ones like that. They just cut them. I think Ever Crisis is probably going to cut support at some point anyway. They're just not worth talking about. There are a couple of mobile games, though. The Final Fantasy Dimensions games, 1 and 2. They won't be there because unfortunately I haven't played them yet. I do own them. Yeah, so these games are really interesting. So originally they were episodic games released in Japan, the first one at least. And then they later released it as a single kind of paid game when they released it internationally. And then Dimensions 2 was like a free-to-play game. Then eventually they just did like a full paid version. I think you had to like spend real money for the currency in the game or something, but obviously in this one it's just a full game. Like I said, I own both of them. They're available on ISO and Android, and I will get around to them at some point. Just haven't had the time. And obviously, yeah, the Dissidia NT will not be there, even though I do own it. I just never got around to playing it. And I think like the online support isn't there. I've not really heard good things about it anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And obviously, yeah, World of Final Fantasy is another one. And yeah, any other ones you don't see in this list are just ones I haven't played yet, or, you know, but I do plan to probably get around to them at some point. But anyway, like I said, it's going to be 30 games. I'm just going to give a kind of a brief introduction. Well, I'm going to explain the games, a few pros and cons and why I have them where they are on the list. And just to make it clear, I do love all of these games. You know, the Final Fantasy series is my favorite. So it's not really best and worst, if you know what I mean. It's more just the ones I prefer. And yeah, we're going to split this up into 3 parts. So we're going to have, obviously, from 30 to 29 and blah, 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 you know, till we get to the first. So yeah, it'll make it more kind of digestible, hopefully, even though you're going to have to be listening to me, which is kind of bad enough as it is, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, thanks for checking out the channel, if you did. And, you know, obviously subscribe if you want to check out the other videos. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, where we'll start off with the first 10 Final Fantasy games in my definitive ranking.